Hi everyone and welcome back to Esther S T. I hope that you are doing very well. I'm really hoping that your 2024 is also going very well so far. And I just want to say a massive thank you to my recent and new subscribers. You are indeed welcome to this channel. My name is Esther and I'm a multi-published author of 8 books. And I also run a book publishing company called Authentic Worth, which we help first-time authors publish and showcase their books. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about a really good topic that I came across from studying my devotional from Joyce Meyer. If you've watched my previous videos, you would know that I talk a lot about devotionals and the importance of spending quiet time in the evenings with God. Now, the theme of this devotional is called Doing Good Things in Secret. And I was really encouraged by it because at times we like to be seen. And it's not wrong to be seen, but we just need to be seen for the right reasons. And I'm also a strong advocate that no matter where we are always being watched, whether we realize it or not. But I really want to take the time to read this devotional to you and help you to understand what Joyce Meyer is speaking about. So it says here in Matthew chapter 6, verse 3, "But when you give to charity, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." And I really like this scripture because when we do good, we don't need to boast about it or tell people what we've done for someone. It can be done out of the generosity of your heart in a very calm and humble manner. It also says here that when God gives us the grace to do a good deed, we should not tell others in order to have them think well of us, nor should we even think repeatedly about the good we have done. So again, our motives and our heart's intentions should be tested. In other words, we should be mindful as to why we are doing good things. And whether we get that recognition or not, we should understand that we are doing good for the glory of God and not for man or for praise. If we are willing to do good in secret, God will reward us openly. This part spoke the most. It says, "I think that we often lose our reward because we cannot resist the temptation to tell about what we have done." Now think about something that you really want or desire. It could be something big, it could be something small. When you put yourself out there and you tell others what you have done or why other people should know about what you've done, you are more likely to lose that reward that was meant to be for you. And I speak about this quite a lot in most of my seminars and most times in events when I'm invited to speak about the beauty of delayed gratification and the importance of not sharing things prematurely. And I believe that when Joyce Meyer stated this, that we can lose our reward because there's such an urge, there's such an eagerness to tell people, I did this for this person, I gave this person £5,000, I referred that person to that client and now they are twice as successful. All these great things are good, but they have to be done in a secret, humble way. Because people should not be praising you. They should be praising the God that lives in you in order for you to do that good deed. Even on social media, most times we want to be seen. I want to be seen helping this person. I want to be seen serving that person. I want to be seen in the forefront. But in the grand scheme of things, what is the essence of it all? Why do we think that getting claps or well dones or recognition is going to define who we are or is going to make us even more valuable? Being celebrated because of a good thing should not be something that you need to be so over the top about or you need to talk about it constantly. Humility is so important. And when we do good things in secret, we indeed will be rewarded openly. When you think about those who are humble, don't mistake that for weakness. It's not that they're weak. They just understand that it is by grace that God has brought them this far. And even where we are right now, I don't know what season you're in. You might be in a really great season, an abundant season, an overflowing season. Or you might be in a calm season, a quiet season, an isolated season. But regardless of the season that you are in, it's very important that when you do good, you don't need to tell other people what you've done. Even though you might know someone's situation and you might feel eager to share with others what you've done, It doesn't need to be said. You can always thank God privately, and God will bring other people to celebrate you for what you've done. That's why I love Matthew 5 verse 16. And it says, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and glorify God who is in heaven. Not that they may praise you or acknowledge you, but they will see what God is doing in your life and acknowledge the Father who is in heaven that gave you that gift. And you have a gift, and that gift should be used for good, not to boast, not to flaunt. She also says here that never tell about the good deeds you do unless you are certain your motive is right for doing so. I was going through some of my recent videos a couple of years back now, and one video stood out to me that I recorded in 2019, and I'm going to link it in the description bar below and also up above. And the title is called Support and Motives. And when I took the time to listen, I just, there are times where you look back over your life and you see how much you've changed, you've matured, your voice just sounds more deeper. Even now, my voice is deep. You may not think it's deep, but if you listen to my previous videos, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's just another story for another day. But the purpose of this video is that I wanted to give awareness and really just emphasize the fact that support is beautiful when it's done with the right motives. And motives are very important in our everyday lives, especially when it comes to helping people or building relationships. And I really want you to take the time to listen to that video. It's not too long. And thinking about today's topic about doing good things in secret really reminds me of the motives that I have behind doing it. So I don't just want to be seen as someone that is posting for the sake of it, to be seen, to be clapped for. Everything that is done has to be done with a pure heart and pure motives. And then Joyce Meyer states here, do good deeds for others without needing applause and God will smile. How amazing is that? And how many of us really can go about this life not feeling the need to want people to see what we do? Why do we have to feel the need to be seen? Even though we do good, we can still do good and enjoy our lives. Sometimes people do good so greatly that you won't even know because they never post it. And most times people that are still doing good are posting, but they still don't feel acknowledged. They still don't feel seen or recognized. Remember that no one in this earth can ever recognize and see you the way God does. That's one of the reasons why it's important not to expect your applause from men. Because one day, someone can like you. The next day, someone may not like you. But you have to be true to yourself and ask, why do I need to be seen? Why do I need to let people know what I've done for someone? Unless your motives are pure and you want to give a testimony on that person's behalf. But remembering that it wasn't your strength, it was the strength that God gave you to minister and encourage that person. And she also ends with this, Joyce Meyer. She says, I will do good deeds in secret and be excited to see my reward from God. This is the way. Your reward is from the Lord. Doing good things in secret is the best way to live, especially in our generation that we are in right now, where it is so easy to want to tell people what we've done, how much money we are making, how successful we are in our businesses and our careers, what we are doing in our family lives, how many times we get to travel in a year. All these blessings are great, but when you speak, can people see Christ in you? Can people sense Jesus in you? Or is it just yourself? Doing good things in secret doesn't always have to be announced. There are times where you have to even acknowledge who you are with God alone. And that's about being in the secret place with Him. Never underestimating that place of solitude. Even when you want to share things because other people are sharing things, remember, premature things and sharing things prematurely isn't wise. You need to give it time to prepare itself. And the only way you would know when you're ready is when you pass those tests. Because those tests will come. that temptation to resist the fact that you want to be seen. You have to refrain from that, especially as you are going higher in life. The more higher you go, the more humble you must be. Even though at times it's been said that the higher you go, the more lonelier it feels and it gets. But regardless, God is with you. And that should be an encouragement for you, even when you don't feel acknowledged from others. And when you do good things in secret, God will bring the right people to acknowledge you. God will bring the right people to promote you and help you to be seen in the right way. As human beings, we never want to be seen in the wrong light, no matter who we are. There's something about our reputation that makes us want to protect it. But how can we protect a reputation that is full of pride? How can we protect a reputation that is full of self? We can't. Even before you speak, it can be said that someone knows this about you, or they can discern your character, they can see who you really are. Because words are so powerful. And how you present yourself, is it just about you? Are you only talking about your successes? When are you going to think about someone else and regard them and honor them? Or you've seen that someone in the group chat has mentioned something very vulnerable. Do you need to respond publicly? And it could be something quite sensitive and vulnerable. Wisdom will say, talk to this person privately. Or before you talk, you pray. God, I'm going to speak to this person because they've shared a vulnerable moment with us. Give me divine wisdom on what you want me to talk about. Or you can pray for them and give them a call. There are things that we just don't need to do to make ourselves seen. I personally need God to promote my life more than me. I need God to be in my business. I need God to be in my marriage, my future, my endeavors. Because there's only so much that I can do in my own strength. There's only so much that my loved ones can do for me in their own strength. But when God promotes, He never gets tired. He's consistent and it's always going to be done excellently. But when it's me, I can be tired. I may not always know what to do. I may not always have the right strategy. So I want you to be encouraged by this video that you don't need to do things to be seen. Those blessings that you do in the secret, remember they are like seeds. You are investing seeds into someone's life. You are pouring into them. You're praying for them. You're fasting for them. You're visiting them. You don't need everything to be seen. When the Lord is preparing you for something, be prepared to listen to His voice, because in those preparation stages, not a lot of people will be able to see what is going on. It's just like when you make a cake. The outside may look cooked and nice, but when you use a toothpick to pick that cake and dig it, you will see that the toothpick is still uncooked. The cake mix isn't yet solid. So there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. And at times we need to ask ourselves, how much work is there that needs to be done in my life? We're a daily work in progress. No one is perfect. We don't have it all together. But we should endeavour to live a life that is selfless, meek, but also knowing when to share certain things, as long as it's for the benefit of God and for the glory of His name, so that other people will know that it wasn't your strength that got you this far. And you have to ask yourself, even in this season, where are you right now? Are you happy with your life? Look at the way you live. Are you living a life where you want people to see what you do? Or can people actually see Christ in you? It's very important that we're not caught up in ourselves, even though it can be easy because we are so focused on a self-made environment, self-made lifestyle, self-made social media platforms. We have to remember that there are people that are watching us and those who are yet to be born that will be watching our content, watching our videos to gain inspiration. What are we giving back to them? Are we giving them pride or are we giving them hope to do things in secret, knowing that God who sees in secret will reward openly? So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really hoping that it has encouraged you as much as it encouraged and challenged me. There are times where I need to humble myself and say, hey, Esther, hold on. Are you doing this from a good place? Or are you doing this to show off? Are you posting this picture from a good place to encourage someone? Or are you doing it because you want other people to see? You have to be very honest with yourself because no one can answer that question aside from yourself. If there are any other topics that you would like me to discuss, as always, you're welcome to leave them in the comment section below. I will be including my previous video about support and motives, so please do take the time to watch it because it is very timely for the season that we are in. I look forward to catching up with you in the upcoming video. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.